Hi, math lovers. I want to talk today about assignment number 80. I'm going to go through a couple of these with you, show you how to do them, and then you're going to do the rest of them on your own. I want to just get you going. So let's take a look at each of these. They're written in log form. So what you want to do is you want to rewrite them in exponent form and then go ahead and solve them. So we say evaluate here instead of saying solve because there's no variable. Notice it. There's no equals x, okay? Now, maybe you like that equals x there, and then you can rewrite this as, your bacon and eggs, which will be 7 to the x power equals 49. And maybe seeing it right away in this format, you can say to yourself, oh, I know exactly what x is. That's going to be 2 because it's 7 squared is 49. So maybe seeing it in that format might be a little bit better for you. Let's try the next one. Now, when I was taught this, I was to think about it as like something. 64 to the something power is 1/4. This is actually a pretty good one for you. So you're thinking 64 to what power is 1/4? Okay, that's kind of a tough one. So I'm thinking, let me think about my powers. Maybe I could rewrite these as powers of 4, right? Because I know 4 to the 3rd power is going to be 64. So I could rewrite this as 4 to the 3rd power times, something, right? Because 64 is 4 to the 3rd. And then 1/4 is 4 to the negative 1st power. Okay, so if my bases are now the same, I'm looking at these, I'm seeing my bases are the same. So my exponents there have to be equal. So 3 times something has got to equal -1. Think about that something, that box, as an unknown. That's something you don't know. So you divide both sides by 3. So that'll be -1/3. Okay. And that's my answer. It'll be choice A. That's actually a pretty good one. That's that'd be one of the harder ones I would put on a quiz for you to look at. And then of course there's problems like number 3, where you've got a 7 and a 49. So you're thinking 7 to what power is going to be 1/49. So 7 to what power equals 1/49? Well, 49 I know is going to be 7 squared. Agreed? And then I know that that's going to be the denominator of a fraction. So it's 7 to the -2nd. So if I bring all that down, 7 to what power is going to be to the -2nd power. Again, notice that I've made my bases the same. Right away, I can say, hey, that's going to be -2. Okay. I'll do one last problem with you, and then I'll leave the rest for you to try. So this would be 6 to what power is equal to 216? All right, so 6 to what power is equal to 216? 216. I know that that's 6. I'm pretty sure that's 6 to the 3rd. So that goes through my head. Yep, that's 6 to the 3rd. I double checked on my calculator. So 6 to what power is 6 to the 3rd? Therefore, my unknown has to be 3. Now, if you don't like the little boxes like I do, like I use, maybe you want to write, it as, oops, my goodness, I don't know what that is. Let me undo that. Maybe you want to write it as an X. So you'd say 6 to what power is equal to 216. So you'd say 6 to the X power. That's totally fine. That's fine. I learned to do it with like a little box. Okay. Now, the rest of this assignment is in Edge Elastic. I wrote this in your lesson plan for the day. It's in Edge Elastic. It's multiple choice. There are 4 pages. Okay, there's going to be somebody who just does the first page, forgets to do the other pages. I will grade this. It is worth 10 points. Okay, so don't skip it. It's due, the regular due time is all of our homework assignments the day after it's assigned. Okay, so you're going to go through and do homework assignment number 80 in Edge Elastic. Have fun. It's all multiple choice. Enjoy.